if you're going to do tax cuts but not pair it with any like meaningful reduction in spending, if you're actually going to spend more money and cut taxes, then yeah, that's bad governance.
Well, I agree with that, but I'm just talking about the tax cuts in general. We can agree those are good, right? The income tax cuts.
I could say tax cuts might be good if we didn't need the money and we weren't spending the money. I'm not going to take them in a vacuum because they don't happen in a vacuum. Tax cuts that's our revenue generation that happens alongside our spending. If our spending is going to increase whilst the president's also going to cut our taxes, that's bad.
I mean, but we both agree that the government's really bad at making a budget, right? Like we're terrible at spending money on both sides.
Yeah, we are terrible at spending money, but we don't need to be. It's not a requirement. We could get our shit together.
I get it, but why would we want to give them more money if they're bad at managing it?
They will spend that money regardless, right? The government has a nasty habit of not looking at the amount of money we're bringing in and then spending based on that. They spend first, and then they go back later and look at the money we're bringing in, and they go, "Oh fuck."
So why should we give them more money and increase taxes?
All right, I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run the same argument back. Let's see if you catch it this time. They're gonna spend the money regardless, especially a guy like Trump. He's a deficit spending king. If it's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna spend X amount of money, in this case X is an ass load, then I think we shouldn't lower taxes alongside that. We shouldn't pair a spending increase with a tax cut. All you're doing is screwing future generations. That's probably not a moral thing to do.
Yeah, but they could still balance the budget and still reduce income taxes.
Sure, they could, and if that was the case, here's what I would say. If the big beautiful bill, or even the original Tax Cuts and Jobs Act from his first time, if either of those had they been a tax cut paired with humongous spending cuts where we could make spending cuts and maybe he had managed to balance the budget a little, I would be like, oh, fucking base Trump, good job. I'm not like an infinite Trump hater where I'm going to hate everything he does. There's stuff that he does where I'm like, okay, cool, good shit, dude. Had he done that, this would be praised, but he didn't, and so it's not.
Yeah, he should have kept the 2019 budget.
But he didn't, so I don't know what you want.